Oh, you're in the shadow now.
That's all right. I don't mind a little shade.
Hey, y'all.
Kind of shady anyway.
Yeah, you are. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jody.
There's Grammy.
Nana's
Nana's
Little
Little
Loves
Loves.
in
We've been missing
Minnesota.
you lately.
I saw today, I think. Are you in the part of Minnesota that's expecting a winter storm? Saw Minnesota and Michigan, and I thought about
I'm
those
hitting the
folks
wrong
that
buttons.
are on with us from those areas.
There's Heidi and Karen and Candy. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just say we are sitting on the front porch again. It worked out well last
It
time.
did do pretty good.
Oh, maybe I need to scoot closer. And
I
then,
just didn't think you
well,
liked me that much.
well, yeah, we got a little traffic. You'll hear it coming and going periodically. But we're here. We missed you guys on Wednesday, but if you saw the video, you know why. We
You
were
know why now?
we were not home in town. We were not home in town. That didn't make any sense at all. We were not home in time.
In time.
We were in town the whole time.
Yeah, we never left Clanton,
Whatever.
but we were
I'm
on the
just
farm
yeah.
till late because we
Gosh.
had to get Jason settled.
Well, when you visit with friends, you don't just go in and go out.
Yeah, you don't pick up and run.
No, that's
There's
rude.
Brown Thumb Nursery
We
and A
wouldn't
and W.
we wouldn't be southern if we just grabbed and go.
No,
Poor
and
man, you are not late. We are just cranking up. We are 2 minutes in.
right on time. Yeah, we had to cancel on Wednesday. Um,
She said, no, they're south of that store.
okay, I missed that. I saw where
Hey,
there were
MC.
areas in Minnesota and Michigan that were getting a winter storm, and I'm like,
Hey,
my
Cleo.
goodness, that stuff won't go away.
The cars have been very busy today.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
But we were making a little pickup, and I got Zoe to send out the message, hey, we won't be on, but we've got a good update on Friday. So if you've watched that video, and a lot of people have, my goodness, that video has done very well.
It has. Oh, it's
People just
exciting.
love Jason and Brooke. That's
Well, everybody
they do.
knew Jason wasn't going anywhere, but they had to see why, what that was all about.
Yeah. Well,
Miss Jill says she doesn't have a farm, but she does love seeing all the farms on here. She's been watching Coghill and Walker and Adler for a while. They're in Tennessee now, on their way to
Michigan.
Michigan, where we will live most of the time.
I got you.
Well, that's cool. Hey, Carolyn.
Well, I've
and
seen her
Tammy
on here,
and
so
Teresa.
she's
Yeah.
been with us for a while.
There's Miss Sue. She came home from Alabama with pneumonia. Oh my goodness. Hey, Val.
That's terrible. I hope you're feeling better soon.
We
There's Val way out in California.
and Cindy and Kim. Everybody's joining us tonight.
Well, they want to know how Scott's doing. I imagine. I mean Scott, Jason, Scott's kid, Jason. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, everything is going fantastic.
Anyway, people saying hello.
You know who that was?
I know who it was.
Okay.
But I imagine they want an update on Jason. How is Jason and Brooke getting along since they moved
to
Coghill? Chestnut Hills.
Yeah, he's doing fantastic. Miss Brooke took up
with
Mr.
him Jim.
So well that we opened the pen door and let her go in.
Debbie is a new subscriber from London, Ontario, Canada, from Big Family Small Farm.
Well, we are so happy to have you.
You know, I heard him talking about Brown Thumb Nursery and A&W and some of the channels that were with us at Pedals.
Yes, Nate.
And then he always tells people about our live coming up next. Wes is a really good commercial.
But he's a good friend. He's genuine.
He does really good commercials. There's Aunt Lucy.
And Catherine. Catherine's got some buzz about her.
Yeah, I know.
We knew what was going on. A&W You've been at work, so have you seen their updates?
Not yet.
Well, their little dog was in labor all night, and
The last update I saw, they had some and said there were more in there.
they had to go to the emergency vet and have them removed.
Oh no.
And I think it was 3 more. Is that right, Wendy? 20 hours.
20 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
I know she lost, I want to say 3, and they have 5. Said that 2 of them were twice as big, the size of all the others.
Goodness.
I think they've got 6 of 10. Okay.
There's big family. They made it over.
They've got
a commercial.
4 girls and 2 boys. And I want a girl, just so you know.
Of what?
Her puppies.
You've got dogs.
No, I need one of these. I need this one.
Okay.
He said, okay, Wendy. Y'all heard that. There are 57 of y'all on here right this minute. And y'all heard him tell me, okay. That was a shut up and let's keep going, okay.
No, I wanted to not miss my first prayer request. Y'all, if you're new to the channel, we always take prayer requests. I don't care if it's in the middle of the live. If you email it to us, it doesn't matter. I'll put you on the list. So Miss Julie just needs some prayers for a migraine. And I've had 2 of those in my life, in my entire life.
Yeah.
I've had headaches, but I've had 2 migraines, like put you in the bed, no lights, no nothing, migraines. So
Karen
that's terrible.
She ain't in it.
I ain't in it.
They're standard poodle, Merle, and solid black.
What are you going to do with a poodle?
Poodles are hypoallergenic. It will not shed like Bandit.
Bandit's at the farm.
I know, so now I need one here.
Oh, good gracious. Hang on.
Yes, I should get the puppy.
Nana's little love.
He won't give me a darn alpaca. I might as well have me a donkey poodle. Look, it would be so perfect. Ooh, Heidi wants a Great Dane. Goodness, I ain't got room for no Great Dane. They gallop all over the place. Oh, 7 days of a migraine. I'm so sorry, Miss Julie.
All right.
Wes has a prayer request.
So now I know who is representing Big Family tonight. He swamps prayers that piglets don't show up.
Well, I got piglets and something else coming to you.
Karen's asked prayers for her mom in South Carolina, and she's in Missouri.
Oh no, she took a fall face first in the bathroom. Nothing is broken, but she did break her arm from a fall a couple of years ago. My goodness.
So got that. That's why we do prayer requests. There's people all over the place, and you just never know what somebody needs.
Miss Gail thing, add her to the list. She fell last week. Has fracture pain that she's ever experienced.
Well, I'm going to do it.
Jody wishes somebody would send them a piglet. I'm going to show up.
You know
what? I could show up at her plant sale.
Wes, you have people all the way in Australia that want Angie to have a piglet.
That's right. And so they're praying.
Candy's praying for her to get a piglet.
So we have something else that Angie has claimed.
We do.
So I could go.
Don't mention it. Wes may not know about it.
Oh, it's containers.
Oh.
It's just containers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Wes knows about containers.
Right. So I could put it in the container and take it to Angie at her plant sale because Wes won't be there.
He won't. They're going to be in they're running 2 plant sales at a time.
I know. I can't even get one plant started. And
I am trying to keep up.
Your place sounds the same as our place with all those jets flying. Snowbirds are here practicing.
Oh.
The road is like right there. You can probably see it in the reflection of our front yard is like right here. And this road's kind of busy. She said so Jody said how much are piglets? And Wes said she's going to mail it to Miss Jody. Yes,
So
praying for Sharon's husband because he's been sick for a few days.
I saw
that.
someone else said pray for Cleveland, Texas. I think it was Val.
Mm-hmm.
And then Karen also said the same thing, and it's in the Plum Grove. I hit the wrong comment. It's in the Plum Grove area. So Plum Grove is where Lester is.
Oh, okay.
So is that the area that got hit with the severe storms? It was headed this way, and I think they kind of died out before they got here.
Okay.
You did have some severe storms move along the coast down where my dad and stepmom live, but
they disintegrated.
What?
It disintegrated?
I wouldn't say that. They just weakened.
Oh.
But I'll have to look that up.
Val said she's not thinking Plum Grove.
Somebody said
Shootings.
Plum Grove area. I see. I'm being on that outage at work. I have not caught up with news.
A neighbor shot and killed 5, one being an 8-year-old. Oh, no. They had 5 people killed there. That's what's going on. It was not.
That's terrible.
I think
have
Florida,
you seen that?
I think Florida had gotten the tornado.
I have. Well, they had some severe weather in Texas, and that's what I was thinking.
And Plum Grove.
But I have not. I saw Lester's thumbnail about a manhunt in Plum Grove.
That's what they're talking about.
But I haven't been on Facebook.
Yeah, Nick's been working.
I've, 12, 14 hours away from anything. So.
Oh my goodness, y'all!
That is.
I didn't watch the news this morning. I usually do.
And Heidi said the guy's not been caught yet, so I have not caught up with news, and we'll be praying not only for those neighbors, but for the law enforcement officers dealing with that.
That's right. They're still.
That was a long time ago in my history, but I still feel for those guys having to deal with that kind of thing.
Wendy says her sister hates the outages. Karen said you never know with Lester's thumbnails. Yeah, you don't ever know what exactly it's going to be about.
Heidi said the family had asked him not to fire a gun early in the morning.
Oh.
Wow.
All over the family. Oh, so the
That's
neighbors...
really, to be honest with you, and I think we've talked about it some, I honestly avoid the news now except for the weather just because everything is bad news.
Yeah.
And I've got enough bad news. Zoe is my bad news reporter. So just like today, she sent me bad news. And if y'all will remember me talking about planting peas early, they had made it through the frost, and Zoe's goats got out and ate my peas. Well, Zoe sent me the message today that they had gotten out again, and they ate our blueberries.
I forgot about that. Now I'm sad again because not only did they eat all the blueberries they could reach, they broke some of the limbs.
God, it said because the baby was sleeping.
Oh my gosh, that's just across from Lester.
That's why I try to avoid the news. It's always bad. Well, and really, and you see that a lot, even on videos, people creating content, they hang on the negative because people feed off of it. So the news channels, they just want to stay with the negative. So because that's what people feed on.
Hey,
Dusty Goat.
That's just
crazy. I just try to stay in my little corner, and I want to be a hermit.
Well, I watch the news every morning while the kids are getting ready for school, and once we see the weather, we change it. I let them watch something before they go. But
Wes has got some blueberry starts. We have those established bushes, and Wes and Angie have seen the blueberry bushes. I mean, we've got some big ones that are established and going, and they were loaded.
I know. The top portion about this far from the top still has blueberries because they couldn't reach them.
Thankfully, we have Nigerian dwarfs. They couldn't reach the whole plant, but Johnny can stand up on his back legs and get them.
Just so you know, all the little ones are sticks that are about this long again.
See, more bad news. I go to work. Zoe delivers my bad news. She delivers me some chaos.
I was so upset. I was like, oh, the blueberries, because I'm just driving along. Had Emmy stay with us today while after church for a while. And we're just putting along. And I'm like looking around. I was like, look at them the blueberries
Cliff
are gone.
has got a great point. Cliff said at least you didn't run over them.
I might as well have.
I really think that those two small ones on the end were struggling because you ran over them.
I did not.
Jody said, how'd the goats get out? Jody, if it won't hold water, it won't hold a goat.
My goodness.
They will find a way out. Actually, we don't have hard fence, and we have an issue with our Premier One netting that they're in that I've got to make a repair, and it's just not holding enough shock to persuade them from not going through it.
Luckily for us, they do not leave.
We have a prayer for a little girl named Ella. Carolyn, please tell Ella that we are praying for her.
Yep.
She had a little 8-year-old girl with leukemia.
Goodness. That's Chance's age.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jody said time for new fences.
Jody, I agree. We're going to put up a hard fence for their area.
If you've watched lately, the birds were in a hard fence.
Yeah.
So I have moved the birds to netting, and I'm going to put
which holds them just fine. We were doing that to keep Heidi out.
Heidi kept jumping the fence, eating the eggs.
Yeah.
And so we did that to deter her from that.
Mm-hmm.
And it did. And
it worked great.
Holly does not have that issue. And Heidi now has passed. So we are going to put them back in net fencing and use cattle panels to
Those are pig panels.
Oh, pig panels. And we're going to make rotational style.
We're still going to rotate them.
Yes, because I rotated the birds. It would take me 45 minutes to take it down and put it back up and have all the animals, housing, feeders, waters, everything moved. So it's not a big deal.
The only permanent fencing we plan on having is our perimeter fence around the entire property, which we're working on. But we have no desire to build permanent pens for anything.
Yet.
So that's correct. So
because we don't know.
We still want to be able to move them because we're letting them do work that they naturally do.
Right.
And we have an area that they've been in before that has grown back up. It's full of green. It's beautiful. Let them go at it.
That's right. Yeah. Goats need a bigger area than the birds.
Oh, Sharon said it was my fault. I was saying what she was kidding about. I almost missed the comment. But yeah, it kind of was my fault. But it's my fault because I haven't repaired the netting yet. We knew it had a hole in it from last time, which is killing the voltage. And it can be repaired. And they never got out of it prior to that hole being in it.
No, they did not.
We'll get it fixed. And
they do need a bigger area, so it'll take a lot longer. But if we rotate them sooner, it's still
that's right. They're just going to rotate quicker.
We'll just have to move them a little quicker because we'll put them in different spots than where the birds are.
That's right.
The birds don't need wooded area.
That's right. So, Dusty Goat mentioned the Pedals event. I really hope that y'all will get in on the one in September. It's going to be a great event. This one was great.
It was.
Evelyn mentioned meeting us. Her and her daughter came and met us, and we had a good time. But
we got to meet her. Miss Sue came. We got to meet Aunt Lucy. There are so many of you guys that we got to meet.
We got to meet Beth.
Yes, Beth.
We met Leslie from Shelby County. We met just tons of folks. Yep. Yes, Catherine, I do have the repair pieces.
We do.
They send you the repair pieces when you order a section of netting, and we have ordered so many sections of netting. I have a box full of repair stuff.
Yeah. Grammy asked if we're going to try to get another Pyrenees. I know Bandit is company for Holly, but she was just wondering.
Probably not yet, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Holly seems to be doing okay with it, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And Bandit is there with her. Dusty Goat said they'll be there in September.
Good. They got the email.
They got all signed
So,
up.
good.
Sarah's working on a hotel room for Oklahoma.
Woo, that'd be great. That'd be exciting. I have to go live with Sarah. Miss Aunt Lucy. She said not to call her Miss Lucy.
Yeah, she said quit saying
We
miss.
just love Aunt Lucy. And Rhett sleeps with his nightlight. Did we tell them?
Ginger is going to try to come from Decatur to
Oh,
meet
that'd
us in
be
September.
great.
That would be awesome.
Did you tell them about? Did you tell Aunt Lucy about Rhett's reasoning for his nightlight?
I did not. Are you going to explain
You
it?
can do it. You talk to him more about it.
So, Rhett will start out in his bed, but he never finishes there.
Yeah.
And he was always saying that he was having a bad dream. And it's always monsters or pirates or zombies or something. So he would end up in our bed. Well, he said with his light on that the monsters didn't come.
Right.
And he said, Daddy, with my nightlight, I have not had any bad dreams.
Right.
So
Aunt Lucy, you didn't even know you were fixing the bad dreams and no more monsters.
That's right. Even though we have a light on in the bedroom and in the hallway to see to go to the bathroom and all that, the light being right there above his bed chased the monsters away.
It did. It did.
Robin asked about your cup.
Actually, no. I'm not anymore. For the last 3 years, I have been the football mama, the team mama,
sideline coach.
The sideline coach. We had the 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds.
Up to 8.
Some were 8.
Yeah.
So they needed a little encouragement and managing on the sidelines, and so that was my job. Nick was head coach. I was sideline coach. I stood on the side, made sure nobody was hitting, pushing, crying, all that stuff that 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-year-old boys do when they're not on the field.
Yeah.
So all the mamas got together and pitched in and gave me a gift basket, and this was one of my gifts, and I love this cup. I love this
everywhere.
Cup more
that
than
cup
I like.
Is always in my way.
Yeah, it is. I love this cup more than I like the Yetis. The Yetis, I kind of like the Yeti, and I have this now.
We have lots of Yetis, but you use that one all the time.
But I love the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change is I would love to have one that has the handle.
You need to see if they'll be a sponsor since you carry that thing around all the time.
Man, it's in all my videos. It's in all my lives. I take it to church. I take it everywhere I go. This cup is there.
Sarah said her bad dream is that all her favorite farm channels stopped doing lives.
Oh, no. That would be terrible. What would we watch?
We got to be Wes's entertainment for dinner.
I know.
He told us we were a dinner show. I think that was a hoot.
We are a dinner show.
So I wanted to update everybody after our Jason and Brooke video, which I thought was hilarious that you got Brooke to text you. If y'all didn't pay attention to that, I showed it during the video, but it was part of the thumbnail too, but that was an actual text.
It was.
And it has been growing and growing and growing. So anybody that's new that's come over from Cog Hill, I've seen several that came over from Big Family. Number one, we appreciate those guys helping us out.
Yeah.
Because we're still small. We're a very small channel. But I want to welcome those people, of course.
Yeah.
But guys, we are almost to 4,000.
We are.
You realize that just a couple of months ago, we were doing a drawing when we hit 2,500.
We did.
And we're at we're just shy of 4,000, and it's just shy of 3,500 on
I
Facebook.
know
So
they
they're
are
growing
staying
about
about neck
even.
and neck. They really are.
You see a lot of channels that are either huge on Facebook or huge on YouTube, and they're a little
On the
different.
opposite. Uh-huh.
Ours are kind of staying neck and neck
They
going up, and
do.
I think that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
showing me organic growth.
Ginger said, I love that you said sideline coach. I have my t shirt on today that says, Warning, basketball aunt tends to holler loudly. So I get the sideline coach part.
Hey, Sandra.
There's main Nana Bear. I am
Dawn, where have you been?
that loud one. I used to not be. And
Zoe has a T-shirt that she started wearing last year. We had a little bit of a rough, not 2 years ago.
Yeah,
a little bit of a rough season, and Zoe bought a T-shirt that says, "My husband don't care what play you think he should run."
yeah, yeah. My husband don't care what play you think he should run. Sign the coach's wife. Because people.
Hey, Daff, there's another one that's already made it to Monday. So Daff and Jody are already in May.
We are trying, slow growth is growth no matter which way it comes.
It makes me think that it's kind of organic when they're growing about the same rate.
Uh-huh.
So, we don't have a lot of people that just subscribe and we never hear from them again. We're seeing our same people join us, and we get to know y'all. And I mean, yes, it'd be great to have 50,000, 100,000, whatever. That would be great. But then I wouldn't know their names and where they're from. I still lose track of where y'all are from.
That's right. Wendy says she likes my shirt.
Yeah, that might have come from A&W. I should have put my A&W hat on that I finally got.
Oh, that's right.
Since you stole my other one, I finally had me and Wes both got an A&W hat last weekend.
I wear it a lot. I have a shirt that says, My daddy taught me about Jesus and pass interference. That's cute.
I think it's great.
That's funny.
But I do need to apologize to people again, and I've had to do this apology before.
Yeah.
We have been so busy, and I got so many new comments, new faces, and I want to go in. I've tried to keep up some, but I have failed miserably at responding to comments on the Jason video.
Yeah.
So I will get caught up with that. I promise you.
Excuse me. Sorry. What?
My first YouTube was Jason and Brooke. I thought he was a little off talking to a pig named Peaches.
Oh, yeah. But the more I watched, the more I grew to love their way of farming. That's right.
And they are a little different from us.
They are. We had that conversation the other day. We are a working farm, but we are also a family farm, and it's just a little different than a hobby farm. So
we had a there's Judy. Talk about somebody growing. I actually sent her a message.
Did you? I was going to too.
I sent Judy a message. Y'all, I'm go ahead and tell you, and I saw MC say earlier that they had just started following Judy. Judy, number one, is a hoot.
Yes.
But she is
genuine,
doing amazing work in her rescue. And that is the difference. That's where I was headed with this. And Judy happened to pop up at just the right time. We are a working farm, as Zoe mentioned. And we had a lady that asked us, and she was in no way ugly about it. She said no judgment.
Yeah.
But she was from Cog Hill, and she wanted to know if we were an actual working farm, if we sold and ate the pigs, because that was going to decide whether she followed us.
Yeah.
And I did answer, and I said, no, ma'am, we are a working farm. We're much different from Jason and Brooke, or like from Judy. Mm-hmm. Judy has her own niche, her own little book, and the school field trips and things like that. She has found her niche, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
Jason and Brooke are wildly successful with the farm they have. They're focused more on the vegetables and flowers part of the farm, and they have animals
Their
that are
animals
there all the
are
time.
there for duration.
That's right.
And we have some like that.
We do.
Our donkeys are there for their duration.
The goats,
The
and
goats,
we have
you know.
the pigs, the breeder pigs that are not leaving.
Right.
But we also still have our broiler chickens, and we have the pigs that are feeder pigs. But we are working farms, so naturally we grow differently. But that doesn't mean that we are not in cooperation with these other farms.
Oh yeah,
like our peacocks,
right?
You know,
if they didn't think that what we were doing was good as a farm and a family and a channel, then they would not have offered to let us take in this peacock. You know, if they weren't.
Judy said people need to be educated that there's all kinds of farmers,
That's
and
right.
that is very true.
Yes.
But we still very much cooperate with these other farms. I told
That's
Judy
right.
don't get so big that we can't come back and visit.
I know it. She's gonna put that gate up. She's gonna no.
Because I love visiting her farm.
I know it. Me too. I just gonna sit
I
there.
don't need it to be my kind of farm
That's right.
to like it.
That's right.
I love Jason and Brooks' farm. It's a beautiful
Man,
place.
It's wonderful. And it's peaceful.
I love their animals.
It's peaceful.
We're just different. And we've talked about that before. Judy's stealing Mackenzie. Well, she kind of already did.
Well, you know,
if y'all missed the Pedals event, which I hate that anybody would miss that event, and I hope y'all can come in September.
And she would be tickled pink that you spelled her name right.
My daughter, Mackenzie, and look, it was strictly joking because this is not a competition. But my daughter was under our tent where we're meeting people, handing out Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary cards.
Yes, she was.
She said, y'all go meet Judy. Y'all go meet who is right next to us. And I was like, hey, Mackenzie, can they meet Chestnut Hills first? She's meeting people at the table, telling them to go next door and meet Judy. And she had a stack of them.
She did.
I think she actually went over to Judy and asked for them.
She probably did.
No, I think Judy told me that.
Oh.
I think she said, hey, let me have some of your cards. I'll go hand them out.
Chris,
thanks, Matt.
Jallo said, first time watching. Well, we are so glad to have you.
Where did you come from, Chris? I know somebody sent you, and I'm glad you joined us. I just like to give them
Crazy
little
Lizzie
props.
said they were 11 people away from 500.
That's awesome too.
It is. Hey,
everybody that's growing is awesome. I saw A&W was almost to 1,000 already. That's incredible because I saw where they were wanting to get a couple weeks ago, and for them to always be that, that's awesome.
It is.
Judy, y'all do wear the same boots.
Yeah.
You and Zoe, as a matter of fact, the boots you posted today are the exact pair Zoe has.
And I love them. It's like walking on clouds. They only like 50 from 1,000.
Aunt Lucy just pointed out, and that was true, that she was sitting with Big Family Small Farm. Of course, she's Wes's aunt.
Yeah.
But she had on a farmerette shirt.
Well, you know, she had to sit with them out of obligation. It was family. You have to sit with family. She would have rather sat with me.
I would have went and sat with Wes and AG too. It don't matter. I would have went up there.
There wasn't a whole lot of sitting going on, though.
There was no sitting.
I don't think many people were.
But hopefully some more people can come to the next event because it was a great time, and it's going to be huge. Dusty Goat's coming. Hoss is coming.
Oh, man.
I'm sure Cattywampus will be there. It's going to be awesome.
It is.
All right. Somebody did ask.
There's my spokes
for your pig update, Zoe.
There's my spokes lady doing her job, her free job.
Sarah's going to be employed one day.
I'm going to have to put a disclaimer. Sarah's our free employee. But so Catherine said, is Wes and Angie related to us?
They are not.
They are not.
They are just really good friends.
We just met them through the YouTube farming community. Hey, Rachel. And
we got to meet them for the first time in person right before Thanksgiving.
when they came to
They
get their
came to our
turkey.
farm and we met them, and we it's just really good friends. He was talking about if we needed somebody asked, well, why don't you get Jason and Brooke to come help you? They were talking about the greenhouse, and I was like typing in. So I got to a stop sign. By the way, don't get on to me for driving a comment. And I was like, we'd be there.
Yes.
But she said next time she'll wear their shirt and sit under our tent.
That's right.
But there's going to be so many more of them there in September. It's just, and of course, Wes and Angie will be back, so we'll get to hang out with them again. And Zach and Jacqueline from Head Family Farm.
That was Jody, yeah.
We've been able to develop friendships with these people and that community. And we talked about it on the last live, right after that event last Sunday. We talked about everybody was helping each other pack up tents, and it was, you develop those friendships, and we're blessed to have those friendships.
Yeah, we are.
Our website's being built by Jacqueline, who is a friend. She's been in contact. We know it's going to be done right. We know it's going to be done well. Yeah. And we know that there's no doubt if we have an issue, it'll be fixed just like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. And then, so I know we have people from everywhere. We're going to be at the Okie Homesteading Expo in June.
June 2nd and 3rd, is that right?
I think so. So if any of you guys are close to there, not saying we're going to be speakers.
We're not speakers or vendors or anything like that, but we'll be there.
We are going to be attending that event, and it's a 2-day event. So we have somebody who's going to be a vendor there that mentioned that they would like to meet us because they are going to be a vendor at the expo. Cool. And I thought that was pretty awesome. She said I spend too much time watching everyone's great videos and lives instead of cleaning my house. I think I could probably agree. Well, that's our routine is every evening when we sit down for dinner, we catch up on as many as we can. We'll get 2 or 3 in, and then it's bedtime. Uh-oh. My rooster's after somebody.
Evelyn says she watches on TV and she got her phone for comments.
Oh, yeah. Jackie says she missed pedals. Hope to be there in September since she lives in Montevallo. That's right. Mm-hmm.
And that's just up the road.
Yeah.
So we should be able to meet Jackie in September.
That's right. That'd be great. Montevallo's not far at all.
No.
Candy can't travel. There's several that can't. And I think that's what makes this whole thing even better is that you can watch everybody's take of the different events, as well. And
we had a comment about that somebody that wasn't able to be there, they live too far away, but they felt like they got a good overview.
Yeah.
By the time they watched everybody's video on it, that they got a good look at it because nobody really had a lot of time to film.
Right.
But what filming you did get done, putting everybody's together, Perry Hill Farms had a totally different take on it than we did. So I got to see things that I missed from them.
Just like
Wes walking through. And
our Brown farmhouse, we watched their video and saw Rhett dancing with Gene that we never knew.
We totally missed Rhett dancing with Gene.
Never saw Rhett dancing with Gene from
Just Dig It.
Never saw him dancing, and they were having a little dancing.
But by their video, we were able to catch that. They had filmed it, and we didn't even know what happened.
And it was so cute. But we didn't ever talk about the pigs. You started on it, and
I was trying to get you to give them an update. Somebody asked it, and I think it was Jody.
Yes, and Wendy. Sorry, here I go again, interrupting you. Wendy got him. He was pushing trucks.
I did see that. He had a wreck.
Face planted the ground. He got up. He was okay.
He was pushing his Kubota truck, and Alan had his John Deere tractor, I think, or vice versa. But I saw him playing on their video. I saw it.
Alien antenna. Me and we both were with our alien antennas.
Yes, she and Tracy have the same stand for their phones, So to use their phone is sticking up. That's just a
It
handle.
looked like an antenna.
It's a
It was
tripod
just
handle.
yeah.
It was a sophisticated satellite phone.
That's right.
Give them a pig update.
Okay.
Evelyn wants to know too.
Yes. So piggies are growing. I meant to send you a picture today. I sent you 1,000. I don't know why I didn't send
We
it.
are weaning the older group this week. This week we'll be weaning.
We're
not
freezing. People keep saying we're freezing.
Not Peggy's that you saw. I'm not seeing any signal loss.
Okay.
I'm actually this time not seeing signal loss, which it ticks me off, but I'm seeing people say that we're freezing. So I don't know. It may be a YouTube thing. Because we can see the signal and it pops up when it gets weak. But Peggy's piglets that y'all all saw born,
the newest babies,
they're not ready to wean yet. But the older ones, the 3 in a week that you saw, their time has come. This is going to be weaned.
Yep, it's time for them to come off mamas and start, feeding. They already eat and drink on their own now. They just nurse out of comfort at this point. Oh, yeah. It's just a comfort
Lucy
thing.
asked about little Lucy. Little Lucy is not little
anymore. Hey, Ann.
There's Ann Dale. Ann Dale, are you going back to Oklahoma? We're going to be there in June. We were just wondering if you were showing up. That's where we originally met Ann Dale.
Sure did.
Was in Oklahoma, so.
But
it'd be nice to visit her again since she pops in all the time.
That's right. What were you saying? Oh, about Lucy. So actually I filmed a little bit of Lucy this morning. So you'll get a Lucy update on the next video.
Okay.
She is not little Lucy.
She is not.
She's big pushy Lucy now.
Lucy is almost breeding age.
She is.
She is getting there and she's definitely breeding size.
Yeah, she's
Ann Dale is coming in September.
Yay! She must have talked with Tracy. I bet she had a conversation with Tracy.
Ann Dale will be a hoot in September.
That's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. Alan, I wish y'all could too. Y'all would love the whole, and it's 2 days and it's a massive event.
And the connections are amazing. Y'all, the last year we pulled up in Oklahoma, we don't know anybody. We've got 1,500 subscribers at the time, if that many. We pull up and we had been watching this live.
Hi, Susan.
And it was a channel that we had watched a little.
Yeah.
We didn't know a lot about it, but we had watched them some. And we're watching the live as we pull up. They're on Facebook. We get out of the car and this person comes running up.
Here she come across.
And she said, y'all look official, because the kids had on their cowboy hats. And she starts talking to us, and it's Cassie Walker.
Yeah.
And her and Zoe have kind of connected ever since. But
me and Cassie are a lot alike.
We were. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't even daylight.
And it was cold.
It was chilly.
We had that. What's that coming out? Steam.
Yeah.
Coming out. We were.
And here she comes, and we talked for a minute and got to talk to them a little bit more throughout the event. And then when we went back to the creators conference, she was doing the registration and got to talk to her. And they are wonderful people. And we talked to them a good bit.
I talk to Cassie every week.
They got us involved in volunteering at the Okie Homesteading Expo this year. So.
Oh, and I had to send her our logo because we are sponsoring their basketball team. One of the basketball teams jerseys this year at their school, because they're a private school, and so they have little to no funding, and so we just decided we would pitch in and help their little school out some. Mr. Jim said, "How is Gus the goat?" Gus. That's what I call him. Come on, Gus. So he is fantastic. He is not little anymore.
No, he's not. He is trying to come into his own.
Him and Chester are identical.
They are.
That's what happened. I wanted to name Chester Gus, and y'all said Chester, so I got me a a Gus that looks like Chester, because they are almost the exact same size and they have almost identical markings.
They look just alike.
And he is not little anymore.
Kathy from Chicago. We got another
Kathy.
one from Chicago.
Yep.
Cliff's on here somewhere. That's why we're doing the pig update. Cliff always wants to talk about pigs. Well, Jody actually asked, I think, but
no,
I think
Gus and Chester are breeding age. They
well,
are
Chester definitely is. Gus is getting close.
So somebody asked about Jersey, Jasper, and Jane.
Yeah.
The triplets are doing good. They're growing just like everybody else, and everybody's thriving. I don't have any other thing to say about.
No, everybody's doing great.
Everybody is thriving right now, and they are loving it. It's so green out, and
everything's green. We've got broilers going on grass this week. The first group of broilers for the farm for this year will go on grass this week. Everybody's being moved.
Miss
Gardens
Tanya's
going.
excited because our bees are doing fantastic.
So if y'all watched Brooke's video on how much honey they had, Tanya says she can't wait to check because the last time she was over there, they were heavy.
And she was so excited about them getting a barn because she'll be able to extract theirs. She came and she said, everybody's getting barns. I don't have to haul this stuff home and bring it all back. It is just her year this year. Because we've got the barn.
Everybody has a barn for her to extract honey.
On property. That's a big deal because those things are heavy and you have to have an indoor space because you've got to separate it from the bees.
Yeah. Carol needs prayers. She actually hurt her knee working on her homestead.
Oh goodness. And strikes orders to stay down, which is driving her crazy. Yep.
Kathy, we actually have one extraction video.
We do.
Where Zoe did it with Tanya last year.
I did. Mm-hmm. But we will.
It's a little bit older video, but we'll update it this year because it'll be a new process and a new place. But
right.
Zoe
with
went
bees from on our property.
Yeah, Zoe went to Tanya's farm last year, and she taught.
Hi, Mary.
She taught Zoe and Chance how to extract honey. So there is a video out there of that being done.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Aunt Lucy asked about the barn.
We've got a little bit more cleaning to do. We've done some. We moved some stuff out of it. We've got a little bit more cleaning to do, and it'll be time to put brooders in there and get rolling.
Which I was actually thinking about doing that today, was to clean that heavy stuff out, load it into the truck, but we took a day. Well, Nick's still working, but he's on 21 days straight. But
one more week.
One more week. Thank goodness. Then he can rest a little bit because I know he's tired. And we decided to take a break today. Me and the kids made a little video today, and I ain't
did
gonna
a little
go
filming.
into all that. But we've spent some time outside.
Lucy, we won't be doing the bees in the barn. We're putting our brooders in that barn, but the honey extraction will take place in the barn.
Yes, the honey extraction. So you remove your frames and you take them inside. That way the bees aren't trying to get to the honey. And once you've extracted all the honey you're going to get, you put the frames back out and the bees clean up what's left.
Evelyn asked if we could get an autograph from Arms family and Walker Farm fam. I'm pretty sure we can make that happen. Yeah. Daniel is emceeing the event. He's going to be the MC for the whole weekend in the main building. So, and we've met Daniel 4 times. Yeah. He probably ain't gonna remember who we are.
Yeah, he will.
We ate breakfast with him at the Creators Conference, so that was pretty awesome. But anyway, but I know Cassie and Gary, we can get that, so no doubt. Kathy needs prayers for her husband Jim.
He's fighting cancer right now, and they said there's nothing more that can be done. So he needs peace.
I hate the C word.
Yeah.
There's a lot of prayers go out over that one thing.
Yep.
I hate it.
She's asking for healing. We're asking for peace. Asking for peace of mind, peace in the body, peace in his soul. Just for that just to wash over him, to all the fear and anxiety to be taken away from him.
Y'all, I'm not ignoring you. If you don't know, when somebody asks for prayers, I type it in the notes on my phone.
Yes.
So that I don't misplace that. One more thing before we get off here.
What's that?
We are doing a major push on our garden.
Y'all, we didn't understand the undertaking.
Well, Zoe didn't realize how long our rows were, and we were actually a couple weeks later than what I wanted to be. We have always planted peaches and cream and Silver Queen corn.
Yeah.
Well, I left off the Silver Queen this time because I was watching a video from Hoss Tools, and Greg was talking about sweet corn. So, hey, that had my attention. I'm in. And he recommended G90. Yep. So that's what we're growing, half peaches and cream, half G90. I think Zoe planted 8 rows that are 120 feet long.
There's 10.
10 rows?
5 of each.
Well, do you know I messed that up so bad? Because I told my buddy at work, I said, I think it's 6 rows. But I didn't realize how long they were. When I measured it yesterday, it was 120 feet long. And I told him, nope, it's not 6, it's 8. Well, I still missed because you said 10.
It's 10. However foot long, it seemed like I would go 15 minutes and look up, and it was still the end was way down there.
If Greg needs any G90, I ought to have him covered.
Oh my gosh!
I know he's growing his own, but he recommended it, so I went with it.
We like corn. You can't ever guarantee what's going to happen.
Greg and Sheila actually broke down. Hey, if you eat corn this many days, this is how much you need to plant.
That's right. And we eat a lot of corn. We really do eat a lot of corn.
I don't think you're going to have too much corn, so let's just make it bigger. I just didn't realize how big I'd made it.
Share it as something that people can.
Oh, yeah, you can give it to everybody.
You can freeze it. You can put it in the freezer in the silk. What's it called? Is that what it's called? In the ear? What's it called? I look stupid. Husk. Yeah, the husk.
What's it called? I look stupid.
But yes, you can freeze it in the husk. Did you know that?
MC made a joke. Corn will be coming out your ears.
That's true.
Yes, MC, I got it. I'm pointing it out.
Did you know that you can freeze it in the husk, and you can pull it out, wrap it in the paper towel, and microwave it, and it'll be fresh?
I didn't know about microwaving it.
You can put it in the microwave.
I didn't know that.
You sure can.
But I was going to. We got one more thing to cover. I forgot. Somebody's already asked about it.
Oh, I got it right here.
But before we get to that, I got a question to ask you.
Me?
And everybody on here is going to hear your answer at the same time.
Oh,
I do.
Oh, my gosh.
Because I don't know the answer to this yet.
Oh, Catherine planted a bunch of corn and purple hull peas and used deer out.
The deer out will make a difference. She said that we talked about.
That's
the
right.
Deer out will make a difference. Catherine, I'll go ahead and warn you, though, the deer out does not work on goats.
Or pigs.
Well, the pig's just going to root it up. But the dang goats, even though it survived the frost, it didn't survive her goats, and it had deer out on it.
It don't.
They don't
play with it. It's called goat out.
Apparently not. But, Zoe.
What?
You're going to answer this question in front of 96 other people. 97 other people.
What?
We have spent all this time building those raised beds. I can't tell them what I put in it. That's part of a video. Anyway, we got stuff in there, and it's 99 people you just answer in front of them now.
Sarah said you're setting me up. 101. Now you got me nervous.
You got 101 people you got to answer this in front of.
You just asked me.
We did all that building, all that work on it. Are we actually planting the raised beds this time?
Oh God.
Are we planting anything in them, or are we just prepping them and having everything ready for a major push next spring?
Oh gosh. I want to plant. I want to plant
Your Peggy
4.
Martin roses are definitely planted. 102 people need to know what you're going to do with that raised garden.
I want to plant 4
For what?
boxes.
Okay.
So if you've got dirt.
No, Sarah, she don't have the right to remain silent. There's 102 people waiting on Zoe's answer on how many of those beds she's going to plant. Because I built all these things, but we're not done.
I know.
We got
That's
more
what I was
building to
gonna
do.
say. Y'all don't
And even
realize.
Jim has already told me, Jim gave me the idea about, I think they're sturdy enough. But I wanted to add those pieces on the outside. We're going to paint them a different colors just to make it look better. But I needed to know what we're going to do with those beds. Because we've got to get all the soil prepped and in those. Because there's nothing planted in those yet. They're just there. Y'all, what we've planted is in the ground and starts, but nothing is planted in the boxes.
No, because they aren't ready.
That's correct. So that's what I need to know.
Working daylight to dark.
I know. That's why I want you to tell these people if we're going to get it prepped, or are we just getting everything ready and have your raised bed, all of your garden done and beautiful next spring? Or are they going to see something growing in those boxes this time? Or are we going to try to maybe do a fall garden in it? I need to know your plans, Zoe. Time's ticking. Da, 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 da,
Plead the fifth. Zip my lips.
Y'all are giving her terrible advice. MC said it'll make you pass out on us.
Zipper your lipper.
Come on, Zoe.
I would really love to plant in at least 4.
Okay.
Because our original plan was to do a third.
It was.
And we went ahead and did almost all the boxes.
Well, all of the outside boxes, but we've still got to get the fence done. We have all kinds of
We can't
plans.
put the fence up until you quit running that darn tractor over my gravel.
We have all this stuff to do, but you can't do any of your trellises till I do some of the inner boxes.
So I can't put my roses in the ground till you finish all that.
Oh no, that's ready. I'm done with that. I was just wondering if these people are going to see that beautiful garden they're waiting on, or if they got to wait all year.
We're all waiting on you, sir.
No, I know.
We're waiting on you. So
Jody, that's the point of the fence around the garden now. It will be a hard fence, so we're keeping animals out of it.
Yeah, we're going to concrete.
When we do the raised beds, we're keeping the critters out of it.
So,
hey, Jennifer.
Everybody, let's ask Nick. Nick.
What?
Do you think Zoe will get to have a garden this summer? Because we are waiting.
We got a garden right now.
No, we have a Nick garden. We have straight rows of corn and peas.
It is beautiful.
We don't have any.
We have straight rows that are mounded. It's beautiful.
No.
It's beautiful.
No, it is not.
Even, what's the name of Greg's show? Row by row. It ain't box by box.
I bought container seeds from him. Nick got his corn planted by Zoe and his peas.
Zoe did plant the corn while I was at work. Oh my gosh. Zoe planted all that corn. It was a lot. I didn't realize those rows were so long.
Yeah, Nick, answer the question.
I did answer the question.
We're all waiting on you to fill them boxes. No pressure.
Zoe can run the tractor and fill them boxes.
Where am I going to find that?
We're back up to 102 again.
You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen.
103, Zoe.
I'm going to get that tractor down there.
And get stuck.
And I'll have to call Cornbread.
Did we film what, Jody? Probably. And we don't do anything without filming.
Did I film me planting corn? Did I?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm just gonna say, I'll just be frank. I planted corn out of anger. I was I was a little mad.
She was over kids.
Me and my 14-year-old daughter that's gonna go live at Sneed's farmhouse had to come to Jesus together because she's my mini me, and I quit everything I was doing and went and planted corn.
Carolyn is, I think she's chanting Zoe Garden.
Yeah, she is. You can put logs and stuff in the bottom and then put dirt.
Jim said, I like the way y'all tease. She ain't teasing. She's really mad.
I was really mad. And
You're not really mad now. You were really mad the other day when you planted corn.
Yeah. Angry corn. Ooh, almost
angry corn planting is a thing now. I better say that before you get tongue tied.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're gonna get some stuff in the beds done. It's not gonna be where Zoe wants it yet, but it is gonna be a project. But by next spring, it will be.
Well, even the fall. I think that once you get out of this work schedule you're in right now,
we'll get a lot accomplished.
If we can get them filled,
we have so many projects on the farm. These people are still waiting on a dang camper coop.
Me too.
So we still have to get that camper coop done.
You know what I could do?
We're still continually moving animals.
You know what I could do?
What?
While we're prepping and finishing up the potager beds, we could use our barrels and plant some stuff in those.
Sure.
For now.
Well, we never filmed planting potatoes. We got our potatoes in those protein tubs. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can use all that kind of stuff.
We've got all those protein tubs that we can plant some stuff. I mean, you can easily fit 2, 3.
We can plant the stuff and then transplant it into your beds easily. Well, if we wanted to. I'm putting squash and zucchini in the ground on my mounds because it's beautiful.
See,
straight,
all this money and work we've spent doing, and you got your garden and I didn't get mine.
I took a lot more time building those raised beds than I have building them rows in the dirt.
I know, and you got yours in the ground.
We gonna get it.
It is. It's gonna be great.
And we're gonna get it.
It's gonna be amazing, and it is. And it's just like everything else. It just takes time, and you build on it over the years. Even if we only get to plant in the front 2 or 3 boxes, I am good with that because they're big and they'll hold plenty.
And I really think that people are going to like watching the progress as it goes. If we went from bare dirt and just voila, showed them a garden, I think that would be boring.
Yeah.
You're showing them the progress. They get to see it, which is the whole point of why we started videoing to start with, so we can see our progress. Well, they get to watch it too, so I think it's going to be a good thing.
Well, a lot of these people will be like, I remember when y'all had your first...
I remember when they put their garden right there in the dirt.
I remember when they run those pigs over that spot to till it up.
People will remember that. Will. Hey, they had pigs in Single Strand right there where now she has all these raised beds in a potager garden.
And it's beautiful and flourishing. So, yes, we're good. Either way, even if we don't, we have plenty going on, and
oh gosh,
we have
y'all. I promise you, well. You got that comment the other day that said, "Hey, just film your chores. We need stuff to see." There's always plenty of something to see. We can't video everything we do, or the video wouldn't make sense because Zoe may be on 10 different places on the farm in a day.
Jody said, "What's for dinner?"
I have no idea. What is for dinner?
Well,
I don't have a clue. Y'all, I got here 10 minutes before we went live.
He did, and
I was watching Wes and Angie on the cell phone or listening because it was going through the radio. I was listening on the way home, and we watched a few minutes of it as I came in and got settled. It was like 10 minutes. Zoe already had everything set up on the porch when I pulled up in the yard.
Yeah, and I honestly don't know what's for dinner. We might have to actually just go get some. My mama came over to hang out, and we were filming a video. I don't want to talk about it.
It's fine. Don't tell.
Emmy was here with us, and so when we finished up with what we were doing, my mama took our kids to her house so we could do the live in peace. because the boys have been fighting for days on end. They have been fighting, and I have threatened to cut their heads off at least 15 times.
That's how she ended up planting corn.
So, I originally had planned to make stir fry and put it on top of ramen noodles with some of our soy sauce eggs cut up on top.
Okay.
You look like that would be gross.
I don't like ramen noodles.
Well, I can make white rice.
Maybe.
White rice.
We might do that.
We might do white
We'll
rice.
figure it out.
Or we might just have to go get something. Because I haven't even pulled hamburger meat out.
Sarah's going to get her a t-shirt with our picture on it that says free employee.
That's right. Free labor.
Evelyn wants one too.
Yes.
Guys, we got to wrap up for tonight.
We do.
We just going to keep. And I hate to wrap up when there's like 95 people still on here. But we do have to get off here.
We do. So
everybody needs to go eat dinner, including us.
You know what I think? Now that the pressure is off about the potager, I think we should focus on planting some stuff in our protein tubs and get our camper coop going.
We've got to do that project, no doubt.
Because potager garden is a never-ending project.
That's exactly right.
And we can plant anywhere. So, all right, guys. We love y'all, and we will see y'all next time.